Good morning or afternoon. How's everybody doing? I'm Dharma, and this is going to be a daily for you. It's 24 to 36 hours worth of a time frame, but really it's from story to story until the next time that we do this. Several stories I tell in regards to many time frames that you might experience in the next day or so. I'm feeling so good. Got a lot of stuff accomplished this week. So happy to see all of you guys. This particular red was recommended to me because the lady at the wine store said, I just can't have enough Italian in me. And boy, howdy do I agree. What's it called, Tara? Monte, what? It's Italian. It's Italian red. Monte what? I forget what it's called. And of course, the Six of Cups is staring right at me. That's nice. I love red. Monte Pulciano. It's fucking delicious. Well, I told her, I said, listen, I usually drink Chardonnay, but for whatever reason, it makes me really, really, really hungover. And I'm not really much of a drinker, but I've been studying, and there's like all these benefits of the red wine. And I was like, okay, fine. I'm going to give her a whirl. Okay. And I filled it up like this, and that's all I drank so far in the whole day. So it's not like you do the chugging, right? And so I told the lady, the first and only other time that I had red wine, it lit up my glands. Like it burned, like there was something horribly, horribly wrong. After I took a sip of red wine, she said that it was probably too acidic. So she recommended Italian wines, and then she recommended that. And Mama is pleased. What's up, Joy? Cheers to you too. I still have not sent out the emails yet. Okay, so if you're waiting for me, don't freak out. This is for all of the readings for the mukbang. It's going to extend through the whole summer. So don't worry, like you are not going to get left behind. When I say I'm busy, that is like the biggest understatement on the planet. But today for 5 minutes, I sat around and thought about wine. So there was that. Are you guys ready to get started? There's all kinds of people here. No tribe news other than the fact that there's still 1 or 2 slots left available for the mukbang, which means it's a new type of reading that I'm doing. They're only taking place on Sundays. You are going to get slotted in for one Sunday between now and the end of July for an hour-and-a-half long. We'll eat, we'll drink, we will drink the coffee, we will do the laughing and the talking and the getting to know each other. And from our conversation, hopefully, something will come out of that to which spirit can help you, guide you, and whatever. It's a great way for me to get to know you, and also for us to like figure out what really is going on. I like that. It's new. So after this summer, you guys can give me some feedback and tell me what you thought. You ready? Are you ready? And in just a minute, we're going to come back on here and do the moons. So there's that part. Ready, spaghetti? This might be like 6 o'clock. You might have spaghetti. Spaghetti. I don't know if I can use these cards. All of a sudden, I'm like... Hi, Sassy. Hi, Michelle. Montepulciano. Montepulciano is what I'm drinking. It's fabulous. Okay, so Las Guna. And as we all know, Las Guna is down to clown. Down to clown. Nothing else mattered. Okay. So we have a This always makes me laugh. We have a Lasguna character. And you guys know Lasguna. She has frog legs and she has wings. All right. And of course, I was hearing Stevie Nicks while I was pulling these cards because you also have the spirit dancer and the healer. And we talk about all the time. Okay. It had been a long time since I did the kitchen dancing because I experienced a kick them when they're down moment. All right. Went down, then got kicked even harder. And went down. And for a long time, I didn't sing in the kitchen, like months and months. But now it's springtime and we got our pep in our step back and stuff is going right. And we're tasting Monte Pulciano because we just can't have enough Italian in us. Those are facts. And somebody is being very okay with that. Can you imagine somebody with the vibe of Lasguna, which is, in a nutshell, down to clown around all the time. Just with the glee, right? And then you add in the self-expression. If you were to look through a looking glass, like look through some kind of whatever, just to peek in on Lasguna, just to see what they were doing. Could you imagine what Lasguna would do by herself if she thought nobody was watching? You think she's not down to clown around with herself? That's Lasguna in the kitchen. He was no more than a baby then. Will he seem broken hearted, right? Spinning like Stevie Nicks. We got this the other day. I think that part of the collective vibe that we've been getting for a minute in the tribe, because we do these mostly daily, is that we went down and I just saw 717171. So whatever that means for those of you who like the numerology. And collectively, there is a Phoenix rising. Me and Seven this morning had a whole conversation about Phoenix rising. Well, she was telling her daughter, and then she told me. So I heard it twice. She has told me thrice about the Phoenix rising. And doesn't that kind of feel what it's like? Yes, tomorrow is Mother's Day. And by request, there is to be a giant plate of nachos and Lord of the Rings movie marathon. I wanted to do Game of Thrones, but I can't really sit there and watch the Game of Thrones with the chillins on account of the horse. Because there are many. Like it's a job that they have. So I can't watch that with them. Thank you. What I really want to do, like if somebody was like, hey, Dharma, I want to do something, anything that you want to do for like an hour. What would it be? I want to go sit on the lake and have really good food that I don't have to cook and I don't have to clean up and have some Monte Pulciano and look at the scenery and enjoy the wind and have the good conversation. Well, Tara, exactly, except you would have to be there in that scenery. Okay, I'm a Libra. Scenery matters. Well, I live on the damn lake. That's not even like, I live on 2 lakes, all the way up and down the wine trails. My vision of a much deserved evening is not irrational. Almost every one of those wineries has a little restaurant. Okay. I want a heckin' grilled chicken salad. But for that, I would have a white. I'm just saying. I think I'm becoming a wine connoisseur on my way to fucking medical school every day. I pass 37 different wineries and I'm like, I want to go in there. The vibe changes when you're surrounded by it every day. I'm telling you. I tell you what. Okay? Anyway, I'm going to put that on a manifestation board because for whatever reason, it seems very, very hard to get someone who is not wild to want to go and have a glass of fucking wine with me on the lake. Why do all my rowdy friends want to get rowdy and rout around? Can we not have the grace and poise? I also had a whole conversation with Tara and fucking, who else was on the phone? Was it Blanche? About the fact that I think that people should be allowed to carry swords. No guns allowed at all. None. It's just, if you have to get face to face with somebody, a lot of people would think twice before starting the drama if there was a big fucking sword in their face. I think it would, they could all be called the peacekeepers. I'm just saying. Anyway, these are all the shower thoughts. That's my point. Could you imagine what Lasguna thinks about and spins around and does by herself? Can you only imagine? Okay. But remember how I said that this was through a looking glass? She thinks that she's by herself or not being noticed, or even if she does, I don't think she cares. Okay? You have the grumpy old man. Fucking Clint Eastwood, get off my whole lawn, whatever. Man who's probably has back pain. I oftentimes see this one as having back pain because they kind of like walk in a way to where they relieve whatever, or they could be slinking around sneakily. But you have the blank slate card. It's also called fairy guidance. They might have been like teased by the wisps. Do you know what the wisps are? The wisps are the little light up fairies that will cause you to go in this direction and then go in that direction, and then next thing you know, you're standing right in front of something that you see. Yeah, they're from Brave, but they're a thing. It's a thing. If you look into lore, they will cause you to follow them. And it's like, maybe it's like getting a whoosh of, whoa, I had this bad bitch in town. She was whoa, right? It feels like a change of perspective, but for whatever, through the looking glass is relevant. Okay, what's a looking glass? Alice in Wonderland went through a looking glass, did she not? What, was that a mirror, or was it like a TV, or was it a window? I can't remember. Wasn't it the mirror above the fireplace or something like that? Anyway, then there is a change, like a sudden flip, because they go from crouching tiger to a hidden dragon. This is the Luathas, the wild, who is so hot. Want to touch the hiney. Ow! Montepulciano. Okay, and that was Adam Sandler. Do you know what I'm saying? Is the histamines in the wine with the thing? I know. Holy smokes. I don't know what kind it was that I had the first time that I had it. But it was like enough to be like, I'm never going to fucking drink red wine again. Ever. Like, it was painful. But then I was like, as an adult, I'm like, maybe I should just fucking ask somebody. And I did. I went straight in there and I was like, this thing happened. And she's like, I've got you. You could never have too much Italian in you. I know. That joke is layered. All right. No more liquor. Mm-mm. You have, it's the histamine isn't the correct word at all. I don't think. Somebody said it was acid. Somebody said it was a histamine. You're not the only one I know that's super Sicilian, Tara. None of this is supposed to be being seen. None of this at all. This is the whatever. Tra-la-la-di day. Minding their own fucking business. None of this is supposed to be like, it's through a looking glass. All right. And they go from crouching tiger to hidden dragon. And some kind of, certainly wasn't expecting that. Because they come forward then as Romeo. This could be Las Guna because, well, see, when these two get together, I love it when these two get together. Whoever this is could be just a little bit bigger than you. Not by a whole lot, but you guys are just alike. Except where she is hyperactive. All right, and doing the swirling and the twirling. They are more thoughtful. And these black and white cards, these ones for me depict that they are stone people. These are the Brian Froud's Fairies Oracle. But these guys are facing in the same direction. And it comes with a physical reaction of the glee. What did I mean by that? I think Crouching Tiger is like the through the looking glass, and the Hidden Dragon is a whoosh. See, think about what a dragon does. All right. They are extremely, extremely intelligent. And the Facebook request that I just got is unacceptable. Tara, help me. Are we back to this? Are we back here again? With the Viking swirl? What was I fucking talking about? I wish that my notifications didn't come down on my screen while I'm trying to live stream because I can't focus. Oh, the dragon. They are extremely intelligent and they swirl around what is theirs and they mean it. I don't know what I mean by that. Tell me what they do because this all is an unexpected event. Whoa. Oh my God. Stop looking at me, Swan. Buenos dias, Jonathan. Hi, Mary. This is positive and constructive. This one saw enough time to Page of Pentacles. I mean, yeah, that's reaching out. Plus you have 8 of Rods here, which is also reaching out. You could see a cardinal bird right before this happens. Do we have a time frame? Maybe like 5. Isn't it like 5? Isn't that already happening? 5, 6, something like that. Seem broken hearted, something within him. Okay. So I think the part about where I was kidding, where they go from Crouching Tiger to Hidden Dragon, there is a swirl of energy where she probably stops doing whatever she's doing to give this attention because they come in and make sure that happens. Like that's what they want to happen is for her to stop doing what she's doing and pay attention to them. Okay, so tell me about this unexpected event part where you have the physical reaction. I heard 2 truths and a lie. Long story short, King of Rods, Ace of Rods. Okay, did you hear what I just said? 2 truths and a lie. So this one maybe perhaps withholds information, but let us be 1000% clear, lady friends, with all the opinions, okay? If you are not officially dating somebody, okay? If you are not like titled, people are not required to divulge their skeletons in their closet, which I think is appropriate that I'm using the skeleton deck. Weird. How did that, see, that's my point. Page of Rods, Ace of Rods. Two truths and a lie. This is a King of Swords. So you have the King and Queen of Swords. They could have Leo in their chart. King of Swords for me is usually Aquarius, but it could also be a Libra or a Gemini, or that could just be somewhere in their chart, or that could just be their behavior. And it's a Tower. That's my point. Ten of Cups. The Emperor. King of Cups. This could be Star. The Devil. It feels like, how do I put this shortly? I don't want to be alone tonight. That's like the best way that I can shorten it up. All of the, right? All of the things that I just saw. Can you, this is a long-term, whatever this is, these two people, that's been going on long-term. And will continue to go on long-term. Probably a King of Swords, that's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And there's that 10 of Pentacles, which to me is the long-term. It feels like I don't want to be alone tonight. I don't want to lose your love tonight. It feels like, and there's 10 of Pentacles, oh my God, 10 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. It feels like fucking block out a schedule for me this evening. It feels almost like calling to schedule in is what that feels like. I don't wanna lose your love tonight. There's like a whole lady day, okay, that goes on. You might have some kind of, this is later, you might have some kind of like spidey sense. And you are like, I'm just going to trust in this. And you're like, I accept and allow this energy to come to me. Can you imagine like being a raven, okay, and minding your own business and like being all clean and whatever, had a lady day and you're feeling good and you're just doing your thing. And then you feel a vibe. Raise a hands for how many people this has happened for. And you're like, you catch the vibe. But in order to elevate and to open up your energetic body more, you have to stop what you're doing. And I always kind of like look like this, but it feels like I'm opening up my ear, right? To whatever. It wouldn't surprise me if like an orb came in right now. But it feels like you stop what you're doing and you're like, I accept this information, and you like allow this download or vibe, or for some people you might hear like a snippet of a song and the words of that are your message, or you might get an image come across your face of like a snippet from a movie, and that scene is your message for what you're trying to be told. Do you hear that fucking bee? Bro, that is a biggin. What are the big giant fuzzy ones called? I think they're yellow jackets. Do they sting? And what do they want? They're the ones with the cute bee butts. Have you ever seen the bee butt of a yellow jacket? I have several bee butt pictures, and they make my whole entire day. That's just a bumblebee. Do you hear it bumbling? It's quite loud. I invite all of you to share your bee butt pictures on the Raven's Nest, and we will all share the glee. They bring abundance. Fabulous. It keeps trying to go through my portal. I think maybe it thinks that my portal is a flower. It does. You want to... Where'd you go? Oh. They don't sing. He left. He thought my portal was a flower. He kept trying to like land on it. That's funny. Anyway, during this time frame, you have this intuition thing that comes in, and it makes you happy. They're attracted to high vibration. That's awesome, because they are all the time around me. This King of Swords keeps wanting to be like, talk about me. It feels like talk about me. Say something about me. Like, because from every deck, he's like, it feels like there's a King of Swords who's like, say something about fucking me. I want to know what's going to happen for my evening specifically. There's my nose. And for those of you who aren't aware, whenever I tap on a vibration that's usually correct, my third eye will vibrate, and it makes my nose like feel like it's itching. Carpenter bee sting. There he is again. That's not a carpenter bee though. That is a bumblebee with an adorable bee butt. I want to see bee butt pictures. Please share them. There is something about your work specifically that is healing for this sage. And also that I feel like the more and more that you do to heal this particular person, and what does that mean to heal? It could mean to just make them laugh, or to make them feel better, or to put a seed in their mind that leads them down a rabbit hole that is wildly beneficial. I love seeders. I love seeder people who just like put a little sentence out there and it makes people be like, what? And the next thing you know, they're on a whole new life path. Some people, and it's funny because some people are put on this earth to be seeders, and every seeder that I know feels like they have no life purpose whatsoever because they're just vibing and like stuff comes to them and they don't really have a whole bunch of worries. And they're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm like, you're doing it. And they're like, how is that even possible? I'm like, it is. Just listen to what I'm fucking saying. Anyway, whoever this person is, it feels like the more and more and more that you heal them and teach them and get them to know themselves or their energetic self, or you teach them about expansion or whatever this is that you seed for this person, the more and more that you do that, the more and more protective they become over you. Like they don't want anybody to get anywhere near you at all. And there it is again. And the thought of it, like I want to freak out and like say something, but I'm not going to yet. I heard yet. It feels like they are... You're welcome, Jack. So what do they do here? Because it feels like a growing need. Didn't I say something where somebody was like, say something about me? I want to know what my evening's going to be like. Talk about me specifically. All right. This is for the collective, pal. We're all part of the same collective. It somehow resonates for everyone somehow. Oh my goodness, here it comes. Hello, B. Dang, that's a big one. Can you hear it? Anything actually happened during this time frame other than somebody like starting to get wicked protective? Right, Page of Cups. King of Wands. This is the, it's my turn. This could be the same person who was like, schedule me some time later. This is their time later, and they're like checking in with you to be like, are you coming? And you're like, yeah. But the thing is that you should know that somehow or other this intuitive, I think the intuitive spidey sense that you get, because we were talking about that, is that you can feel them like looking or watching or like, what is the spidey sense? I think maybe it's just them getting like more and more and more protective. Seven of Swords, you can tell. The Empress, Two of Cups. The Magician, that is kind of my whole point. Four Wands. None of this feels extra, okay? It kind of just feels more like during this time frame you're getting ready or doing whatever it is that you're doing in order to have your evening with this person, and you can like feel a vibe. And it could be because they are just really thinking about you hard or really feeling like protective or what have you, and you keep getting the Ace of Wands, and it feels like they might pop up several times. Six of Cups, you really know this person. It's like they want to, there goes my nose, it's like they want to keep you on the belt to make sure that you don't look in another direction, I guess. Or they might just be really into you. It's not that big of a deal, right? Swords. Yeah. That's what it feels like. My hand started itching all of a sudden. It feels like just a several, like, it feels like to keep you on the bell. Does that's an old saying. Because we don't use the bell anymore. How do you say that? Someone who just, if they know they're going to hang out with you, they text you. In today's day and age, they text you several times until it's time to hang out. Because they just start the day or evening like that. You might notice that Marco, Tony used to do that. There are several things that I've seen just now that have reminded me of both Tony and Jamie, two of my friends that I lost from Detroit. Marco, they would always say that. Okay, this is overnight. So when you're lost and you look and you will in May. Time after time. When you call, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time. I will be waiting. You might know a masculine that has long enough hair to like put it back in a, I mean, they look positively 1800s, 1700s, whatever, 1747. They could have on like a tank top or something that is all like they might as well not even be wearing a tank top because it's all cut up. They could also have a couple of bruises on them. I heard courtesy of you. Did you bruise this one up? And they're just like, the look on their face is like, yeah, girl. I'm happy to see you. The moon. Ace of Cups, I bet. So there's this like moment, okay, where, I mean, you do whatever you do, and we'll get into that, but there's this moment of like, somebody is saying something along the lines of like, well, I guess it's time to head out, or, oh, are the Jesus trolls here? Well, it is Saturday. They have to get them, so they got to get all their points in now before church tomorrow. Love it when the Jesus trolls are here. How long is 86,000 seconds? 525,600 minutes. How do you measure Linda's time out? Bye-bye. 24 hours? Lame. So she can come back and say more things tomorrow. Any hoodles. It feels like you're like, well, I guess deuces because deuces. And they're like, it feels like they might be like, actually, on second thought, Ace of Cups. Ace of Swords. And you're all... Look at her. What was that? Did you say something about... What was that? Stop buzzing! And they're like, I feel like you're like, they say something and then they try to like take it back, but only because with the King of Cups being here as this particular person, it feels like they might be emotional or they might be shy or they might just be like that with you specifically. But it feels like they say something under their breath that is under the along the lines of like, don't go. And she's all, what did you say? And then they can't like say it again. You should have fucking listened harder. Like it took a lot for them to say it one time. They're certainly not going to say it twice. Cancer, exactly. The Chariot. Like they are in a place of this man, this new beginning, this. It's like they are trying to be extremely diplomatic because they got big feelings here, but they're like, but how do you solve a problem like Marie? It feels like this person wants to figure out how you can it's like a delay tactic. They are, I don't think that they're ready to like walk down the aisle or like become a whole thing or whatever. Well, there's that 4 of Cups. But it's like they, excuse me, but they don't want you to go anywhere. It's like, how is it possible to keep, is it possible to keep happiness with you and to not have to fully engage? Is that possible? Hope, Iris of the Rainbow. Yeah, she calms there might be some of this, and it feels a whole lot like, will you hecking relax? I'm not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. This King of Swords is everywhere, and it feels like they are falling hard and they're not ready to fall. And she's like, if you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting time after time. What's up, Panda? Does that make sense? It feels like she's always been there. She always catches them. She's always the one they turn to, and he's always the one that she wants to turn to. And they're like, I'm not ready to fall in love. What happens if I fall? And her answer is, I'm Cyndi Lauper, bitch. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting time after time. If you're lost and you look, and you will find me. 6 of Cups. Are you kidding me? I think that's the point. I think that there has been so many repeats of unending loyalty, and there's always some fucking heifer that wants to get in my comments and be like, I'm not waiting for no man and blah blah blah. Bitch, I don't care what you do. This is a bitch who does what she wants, and what she wants is to stay in her own lane and vibe. And if it is in fact time to interact with a counterpart or male or get intimate, she wants him and he wants her, but they are not ready, period. And this masculine is like blah 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 blah, like fumbling over their words, like, how do I get that across? They're like, what happens if I fall? Like, I'm scared. You fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. And I feel like they whole ass melt into you after that because they know it's true. They've had enough experience to where there's no way that couldn't be true, because it feels like years of experience. And that is a beautiful thing. All right, I'm going to do one more, and then I don't even know if I can come back on for moons. I already skipped the Gemini moons. Moons in Cancer. This is in the morning. Okay, so have you ever been in a toxic relationship or with a person that was really, really toxic, and one of the telltale characteristics of a really toxic person is that they go out of their way to ruin holidays? Have you ever been with somebody like that? Well, it feels like that person is around and they don't give a fuck if it's Mother's Day or not. I heard it's a fake holiday. But somebody here is being really grounded. Like, you are not going to do this to me. And you might say something along the lines of, I'm seeing someone, this is inappropriate. End of discussion. And I don't think they like that. It's the truth, and you just shut it down. It feels like you shut it down because you don't want to hear about it. You do not want to hear about it at all, and you shut it down. Whatever that means. That fucking bug is driving me crazy. I suddenly feel like I need Lenormand. Hold on. This is like, I heard literally right before the next story. You have a choice. Big choice. Swans. The fish. Okay. It feels like someone here, like, I can't think because of that bug. First of all, there might be a place with a red roof. There might be a gift involved. There might be some kind of congratulations involved. But there's a choice. What's the gift? Could be money. It feels like this gift, okay, is coming from the back door, almost like somebody that you maybe like owed money to, or pay rent to, or pay a bill to, or something like that. Somebody that they know was like, why don't you cut him a break or cut him a deal or something like that, and you get this little like kickback, and there's something about it where you're like, I bet they did that. And it's true, they did. I heard that they did. And it relieves some stress. A lot of stress. Okay. Oof, I've lost my juice. Anything else happen during this time frame before we come back? Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords. Wheel of Fortune, the Devil. Temperance. You might hear something that makes it okay to block somebody off. I don't know what I mean by that, but that's what I mean. All right, can we get one card, please? We're going to be leaving the next 24:36. The Chariot. You might be planning on going somewhere or getting ready to go somewhere. Keep wanting to be like, you're getting what you wish for, but what you wish for is you're about to go on a wild ride. Have you ever seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding? And you thought it was just going to be you and this person dating, and next thing you know, they have a huge family and they all want to get a piece of you, right? Just to see. I'm like, we're in danger. All right, can I get one card, please, for how we're going to be leaving this time frame? Two of Cups. Oh, that's Six of Cups, of course. Six of Cups, Four of Rods, Ace of Cups. You are feeling mighty fine with your whole soulmate. All right, I'm going to leave that there, take a little break, and perhaps I will be back on in a little while for the moons, but that will be on members, okay? Otherwise, I'll be back on tomorrow for some more things. I'm going to get started earlier in the day. And check your inbox for an email for me in regards to when we're going to schedule. All right, otherwise, get yours at dharmajane.com.